Shingi is the ultimate Braai Master South Africa participant. He's an entrepreneur. He operates a business called Outdoor Kitchen Chef. We're talking about the Perfect Braai. It is part two, and he brought us some gotch. But then you saw Kuti over the past weeks, even when you don't bring us food, we just love you all the same, right? Have we proved ourselves?
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, ndinda kuzotaka kunyara so boys
No.
but but you know, like it's out of life now.
I know.
I understand.
Yeah.
First it used to be like really bad because you literally would not like befriend me if I
Yeah. Shingi.
Yeah.
Me or Lewe?
Both of you. Man's na lero dzivira mic.
So yeah, talk to us. The Perfect Braai.
Yeah, so this is the part two, guys, and the thing is, guys, we've spoken about the most important things already. So if you've missed out, I'm in a genu. But look, let's just add a little bit more to that first bit of stuff. That cleanliness is next to brightness. Right, so today we're just gonna light our coals. We've already shown you how, and we're gonna pick the perfect pairing, and that's the first thing we're gonna do. So if you wanna perfect your braai this season, you know, you wanna have the perfect pairing, and I think this is no more than just making sure to get cold drinks, you know, dancing, music. Ndo my pairings braai, guys. As my pairing, I'm not no. The perfect pairing to a braai is the perfect music, guys. It's cold drinks, making sure that they're always cold. So if you're hosting, you want to make sure that you've got a nice big cooler box with some ice loaded up, and that will be the perfect pairing because drinks matter, whether it's a crisp beer, whether it's a beer or crisp white wine, or even a homemade lemonade, guys. Homemade lemonade is absolutely amazing, and I think I'll share with you a quick recipe here, okay? So lemonade, homemade lemonade, you just want to have some ice, okay? You want to have some lemons, okay? You want to have some mint just for a little bit of that cut.
What have ice, lemons,
okay,
mint.
some mint,
okay,
and then some sugar and some nice water that, you know, you're gonna mix all of this stuff.
Can you do honey in place of sugar?
You can actually, but then the thing is now you're gonna have to heat that honey up with the water and then let it sort of cool down, okay. Because otherwise the honey won't mix with the water, right? And that will be a perfect or healthier alternative actually to this lemonade. And then, you know, you just add your sweetness to taste that sweetness here. We didn't get recipe. No, guys, try sugar and kune sugar dzakasiyana-siyana handitoziva. Kune sugar yevaenzi, kune sugar yevana, kune sugar yemubedroom, unenge uchiziva kuti unenge uchizobalancewa sei wakadaro handiti. Saka yeah, that's like one of the perfect drinks. It's like a natural mazoe. Just imagine that, okay? And that's one of those key things that you want to learn about perfecting that pairing when it comes to braai. Okay, second point, and this is the charcoal part. The charcoal quality matters, guys. It really does. And you know, we've got all sorts of different charcoal, and you don't want to buy the cheapest charcoal and try to run, you know, it's like trying to run a marathon with flip-flops. Guys, 40 kilometers guys, uchingoregulata temperature paya tichinyanza kuziva kuti kanyama kedu kanoibva slowly but sure.
Yes.
So this is something that's really important, and I've seen that a lot of people are always looking to save costs, but this is not the season, guys. Riska zvamashuaudo zvekuti kana kabrai kasina kasalad hapana zviteetaita $4 inopferera mahara, andoona. And that's one of the next most important.
So the charcoal has to be perfect.
Yeah, the charcoal has to be.
We buy it from shops.
You buy from supermarkets also because, you know, you want to be promoting environmentally friendly practices. So you don't just want to buy a charcoal from all over the show and you know, promote forest degradation and all of that. You want to actually make sure that you go to the supermarket and look for charcoal, not briquettes. Charcoal.
Yes.
Because actually it might make your meat taste like soap.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now that you're done with the charcoal, guys, you know, you want to make sure now that you're about to spice things up, but not too much. Spice is nice, but not too much of it. Okay, you want to toss your meat up kuti uite make sure kuti inenge ichinyatsa kupinda flavor. Anditika saka pane two methods. Pane inonzi dry rub, kana tichitaura zvema dry rubs tinenge tichitaura spice yekuti inotanga yazorerwa panyama, nyama yobva yatitonga yakabikwa yakanunira ichinyatsa kuluka so nema spices anenge asanganiswa meya, and then you put it onto the grill. And then there's a marinating. This is the more popular one because people think that this actually adds a lot more flavor. Well, it does. And one more thing that marinating actually does to your meat is that it tenderizes your meat. It makes sure that your meat remains juicy, especially if you put just the right amount and leave it for the right amount of time in this marinade based sauce. So if it's chicken, you often want to do it for at least 6 hours if you want to really do it right. Okay, so you get the picture that you want to prepare for a braai well in time. Okay, and make sure that you're not rushing the process, and you're not doing kuti nyameno zonzanza inonyatsa kupinda sauti kana kudini. No, you want to take your time. If you can brine it. And brining is such a simple process, guys, where you take, let's say, your chicken, right, your whole chicken, and just sort of maybe you want to cut it into pieces. I prefer not to. Just open it up and make it a nice sort of flatty spatchcock, and then just leave it in some salt water for the night, and the next morning it's gonna come out juicy. Yes,
what are we putting? Just salt water.
Salt water. That's what a brine is. So a brine is a mixture of salt waters. I mean, some people like to put a little bit of some sugar there, just a touch. Some people would like to put like just some dry spice, some whole spice, that for that matter. So like some coriander seeds, right? But it's really just salt water, and this makes sure, it's like security that your meat is going to be juicy. It's security that when you put it onto the fire, it's not going to run dry of its moisture, and it's just making sure that even is a spice and seasoning this is good on, because it absorbs more flavor if you brine your meat. And that's a thing. It's a big thing. I think we see it a lot. There's my favorite chicken. I don't know if I can mention where it's from, but they brine their chicken for like 24 hours before they actually cook it. And you wonder, like, why it's so juicy. Well, I don't anymore. And
just show me.
You want me to show you?
No, just say, like, not saying it with your voice. Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone heard that, right? Well, yeah, these guys brine their chicken, and they make sure that you can't put it on the grill before you actually do brine it, and it makes such a difference because this is the juiciest chicken on the market, if you ask me. Yeah. And then the next thing, guys, the all-important side of a braai is bread. Chingwa. Togarachitaura nezvechingwa chekuti chinenge chidiwa pabraai. Nokuti pabraai panenge pane zvimasosi hatichada kuti tingoti braai nesadza. No, let's add some bread. Let's add some spice to our life, guys, because this bread element, braaiing without bread is like a band without a drummer. Right? You need a drummer. Pane mufana kuita munhu anenge akarowa achirowa ngoma chichihoisa mpendo ona gitari ariiti rega. And tinenge chiti braaiing without bread is like having a band without a drummer. And this is that thing where you now start to introduce things like garlic bread into your braais, things like cheesy pull-apart breads into your braais, and these things will just elevate the experience. And it's just not the same as having sadza, just a plain sadza. And what's that sadza? Nasira ndamukire gochi wana pane kwandandiri kubva hai kuko kwacho kupokoka nandasuwa hangu sadza, saka ndangosvikirechi paposto yesadza nandaroerwa kagochi kangu nandaisirwa sadza, ndaisirwa kamwe kasalad kaikai. Ndikati kasalad kaikai, you must already have the impression, let's ban this salad please this summer. No, handiti this summer toda kuti tinyatsoita masaladzi chaiwo emashodo, kwete kungochekerera kadomasi kagaka kaonyene kasina kana zvakakamboitwa zvokuti uchibvepo papo wakuda kukwesha mazino. Guys, come on, let's be more creative about our sides, and it will make all the difference in braais. So speaking of sides, bread is that one thing. Let's add some garlic bread, like I said. Let's make a cheesy pull-apart bread. Just cut a loaf of bread, right? Buy uncut bread, cut it yourself in such a way that you can put things into it. You can load it with stuff and then wrap it up in some foil and let that stuff sort of cook into the bread, right? We're speaking of garlic, toss some garlic in there. We're speaking of some cheese, add some cheese in there. We're speaking of some mixed fresh herbs, chop them up and also, sort of throw them in there. And when it's time to eat, guys, there's nothing more special than a piece of hot bread, especially that's coming off of the braai with all those smoky flavors. You can just imagine how that's going to complement your meat. We haven't even really delved into the meat part of things, and already you can already start to imagine that it's such an enjoyable experience without having gone down the meat route already. So yeah, guys, let's do that bread thing right. And veggies need love too, guys. Let's veggie on that braai. Let's always include veggies on that braai. Grilled veggies add color, they add texture, they add flavor to the braai. And especially patari pama veggie apa, guys. Ndakagoche beetroot last week kwamutare uko ndikabva ndaise musalad, so uri kunzwa here pepper tisingafungidziri kuti beetroot rinogochwa rakagochwa, tisingafungidziri kuti beetroot rinopendwa richibhestwa nebarbecue sauce richisvike pakutsvukirira so kuita kunge nyama tichibva taise musalad iyo sadherere. Salad yacho yanga ine avocado sauce. So the contrast of colors, you can imagine, there's that purple hue, that deep purple hue from a nice charred piece of beetroot that's just come off of the hot braai, basted with some barbecue sauce, and then we had some avocado on there. So those colors are playing against each other. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about this, achieving this through veggies, through salads, because you get texture, you get colors, you get all sorts of goodness that you wouldn't otherwise have had known to be a part of a braai. And this runs endless. Like, the list is endless. My butternut, my peppers, my green beans, tinogocha zvese zviya tinyatsa kuita kuti zvisare zvane kamwe kakala kanoita kuti zviluke takutosa paya haichazi braai manga ba, hakuchazi kuriska ba, $4 aitengi baby. So lastly but not least, sauces and dips. If you're gonna have a braai, you need to have some chakalaka. You need to have something saucy, you need to have some chimichurri, you need to have some honey mustard and mayo, you need to have a nice chili sauce. And I will share my secret recipe to this chili sauce that I make on the day of the braai, because you want to have this one fresh. It's just a matter of blitzing up some chili, some garlic, a little bit of some vinegar, and a little tad bit of some olive oil. Turn it into a blender, and this will be the perfect thing that you want to serve your meat. Ngangoti my main points that tinyatsa kusimbisa this season of braai. The summer's upon us, guys, and the weather's looking absolutely gorgeous. Let's do it right.
How do you feel like after every session, people saying that you're making us feel hungry? Is that the idea though?
Yeah, that's the idea, because then it makes me feel like I've actually done quite a good job.
It's not right. Okay, now we want some food, want some braai. Please do invite us to your house.
I will.
For those who want to reach you.
Alright, so guys, if you want to catch me, you can hit me up on my WhatsApp number. That's 0774-410-008. You can also touch me on Instagram. That's at the Chef Life of Shingi. You can find me on Facebook as the OK Chef ZW, which stands for the Outdoor Kitchen Chef.
Thank you so much, Chef Shingi. Looking forward to next week's session.